Welcome to Cross County High School, home of the Thunderbirds and Beanfields. Seriously, we have been dubbed Beanful Hat to the distaste of our principal, but we are a consolidated school district serving 4 smaller towns. Our closest town is Cherry Valley, which has a population of 603. To put that in perspective, our school district is home to 650 students. To say we had a hazy idea of community would have been an understatement.
The project is open air learning. It's an outdoor classroom, basically. We built an ArchiCAD model, and we're hoping to go from there. We're going to pour concrete, cut down trees because we have to, and build a pavilion. I've communicated and collaborated with RD8 Welding and Fabrication. We have talked to Caldwell Lumber in Wynne, Arkansas.
Right now we are making a YouTube channel for East and kind of showing everyone around what we do in East and showing them about the 3D printers and trying to help people learn new things.
Because when you're like working with the community, everyone is like happy afterwards, and you can see that people are happy for helping them. Like with the food pantry we did, after that a lot of other people had food, and it was just like it felt good to help other people. We have to go to our principal and ask and see if it's like okay for us to use, and if it's, say we're doing a dance, we have to make sure there's not a basketball game, and we have to make sure the time's right for everyone.
My name is Emily Starkey, and I've been at East for 3 years. Working with clients can be really rewarding because it makes you feel like you can actually do something that is helpful. Working around your school is helpful, but you have known these teachers since like the beginning of the school year or throughout your whole high school experience. So working with somebody that you never met before, and then them compliment you can make you feel more important. For example, I worked with the Ag Expo program, which is a local event, to give out information or just receive it from them. And this helped me keep them up to date on the poster and the progression that I went through on it. And also, when there was like information I didn't understand, I asked them to completely break it down and give us a more easier way to look around and figure out different ways we can look at that information.
This is different from other projects because other projects that I've done in other classes, it was just mainly in the class. We didn't bother with anything other. It didn't impact anything in the environment or anything like that. With this project, it impacts the environment, it impacts our community, it impacts this whole school, and it changes something.
One of our first opportunities to step into our community came from Amia and Destiny. They were contacted by the St. Bernard Senior Life Center in Wynne, Arkansas to provide some tech knowledge. The team then worked to create lessons to help inform our new friends about the dangers of these sites and how to identify them.
I'm Amia Burnett, and I'm a Year 1 East student. Project, it's impacted the community because it teaches them not to be afraid to be online. And when we left and came back, we noticed that a lot of people learned how to took some of the things that we showed them, and they grew with it. Like they didn't really need our help when we came back to show them anything else. They were like, oh, we got it.
It's whenever a senior citizen smiles because she's just learned something new that she can show her grandkids that she knows how to do this, that she's caught up with them.
Sometimes a client demands a little more discretion, as Isabella found out. We are contacted by an international corporation to develop an app to assist them in making business decisions in the field. The kicker, this client asked us not to release their identity.
In a project I did, I made an app, and so after making that app, I entered it in the Congressional App Challenge, which is a nationwide challenge that takes apps that are submitted and pick a winner of how beneficial it is to the community. Well, me and my team won that app challenge, and it was very rewarding to us because it actually made us feel like we did something great for our community. And it was made for a client who works in a really big company, and working with the client, we had to learn a lot of new things because we had to make sure that our work did not get released that could affect him and his work, and he wanted to remain anonymous. And when we found out we won, we had a press release, and it had the company's name in it, and so that was very a very big deal. We spent a little bit trying to get that under control because we could have gotten some trouble and then we would have never had another client again. But I mean, we pulled through and we got everything under control, and so it worked out well. We presented our app to the congressman because he was really excited about it.
The project we hope to have our greatest community impact is our live stream channel. Gracie, Grant, and Valerie developed this project with lofty goals. They wanted to create something everyone in our community could use.
So our program has made a difference in the community just because of the fact that like people who can't come to the basketball games and events like assemblies, they can watch it either live or they can go back and watch it afterwards. Say if a parent has work, they can just watch their kid play at work.
They always want to know what we're doing up there, so I have to tell them, and they sometimes want to be a part of it, and they can commentate with me. And out of school, people would come up to me because they'd hear my voice, and they like to know if that was me talking at the basketball game.
Because we have a lot of people out in the community that can't come to those games, but now they have a place that they can go and watch those games, and that means a lot. One of our board members, her husband is not able to come to the games, but I know he, for one, will enjoy watching them on the TV.
Another partnership we have developed is with Ben Swidley, the superintendent of Park and Archaeological State Park, in an effort to preserve and celebrate our region's rich Native American history. A team decided to create a 3D library that could be accessed online and teach others about our history.
And we've had to collaborate with Mr. Ben, the head park ranger at Park and Archaeological Park, just so we can get permission to get things there. And that really teaches you a lot of professionalism whenever you're talking on the phone with somebody. My team is beyond average because people set limits and will draw lines and saying this is as far as you're going to be able to go. You're not going to be able to take it much further than this. But we think out loud, we think together, and we collaborate so well that we always find our way around.
We began our journey this year not knowing who our community was or what impact we could make in it. As we reflect on our program, we notice that our community may be a little larger than the thousands of acres of farmland around us. It's made up of so much more than meets the eye, and our impact is as big as our ambitions want to be.